We all have industries or academic mentoring programs, but they don't really have a mental health well-being mentor. I feel like uni can set up compulsory mental health well-being check-ins rather than people go online finding resources by themselves.
There are many organizations, but what they can do is if they know about something around the area, they can promote each other so that students know. So I feel like that link is missing, which can be made stronger. The interconnected link between each other.
Because they're living out here alone, they don't know where to find the resources. So I feel like there should be more financial support and more support regarding the visas and everything, because it is quite complex to navigate it.
There are a lot of support system, but there is no one single navigation. They are all scattered, so you can only understand after you try it one by one. But is there any one thing that can give a faster solution to all this? I think we need that.
A lot of us have the same views about the services, that they're very hard to find and they're not found in the same place.
We all get lost, very lost, trying to navigate in all this system and getting even more frustrated.
I think that was definitely the message I was getting through the focus groups at Student Changemakers as well. So definitely want to get more into that throughout this conversation, this episode. But yeah, anyways, today I'm joined by two of our students from the Student Changemakers program, Sania and Vinca. So welcome to the studio. Did you both want to first just introduce yourselves, like maybe tell us what your cultural identity is, what you studied and like your educational journey, and also how long you've been in Australia?
Thank you so much, Marcus. It's so nice to be here with you, Sania.
Of course.
I'm Vinca. I'm from Indonesia and I studied Master of Urban Design here in Australia. But before that, I studied Bachelor of Architecture in Taiwan. So I've been moving here and there. And while doing so, I learned a lot and navigate through different systems. And I meet a lot of wonderful people. It's amazing adventure, but there are a lot of friction in the process as well.
Yeah.
And in this podcast, I would love to talk more about that.
Yeah, no, that would be so amazing. So you've been an international student in Taiwan and also in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice any like major differences between those experiences?
I feel like in Taiwan and Australia, the culture is very different. So and also this may not be for all major, but for my major specifically. So in Taiwan, architecture schools are they are 24/7. We are very encouraged to stay in the studio and do a lot of work together.
Right, like lots of long nights.
Yeah, a lot of long nights, and it is very encouraged.
Yep.
But in Australia, no, the school closed at 10, and in my university, there's no such space where you can stay for 24/7
Right.
and get along with your classmates.
Yeah.
So I feel like in Taiwan, I get more support from my classmates, but in Australia, it gets a bit more lonely.
But in terms of the workload, it was like you kind of still had to stay late anyways. Just that in
it's
Australia,
just
you didn't have that space.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. What about you, Sania?
So I moved here to Melbourne 9 months ago, and I'm currently doing my Master of AI at Monash, and I'm in my second semester, so I still have a while to go. But yeah, it's been exciting so far. Similar to Vinca as well. I moved to South Africa when I was 2 years old, and then I moved back to India when in high school. So I didn't really feel at home in India. I did feel like an outsider. So technically, in my mind, I was an international student 3 times in 3 different countries.
Yep. Wow. So yeah, both of you have kind of like moved around and like had that experience of like having to start over and like reconnect and like create your communities. So yeah, I definitely want to hear a lot more about that throughout the episode. But yeah, like we kind of touched on like services and resources, and what we're referring to here is different kinds of communities that you can access to support your mental health. But I want to hear, like, I guess in your words, what's the kind of topic we want to discuss today?
So basically today we'll talk more about our experiences as international student and how do we navigate through our struggles, and also what are the available services in Australia that we all can go to.
Amazing. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Asian Mental Health Podcast, brought to you by Shapes and Sounds.
So at the start of the episode, we heard from some of the students, including the both of you, about how hard it is to find help as an international student here in Australia. So I'm curious to hear more about like both of your experiences. Like, how have you found help in the past? Like, what kind of services you've accessed? What were some of the things you were like seeking help for? Yeah, like just kind of in general, what your experience was like.
The first service that I go to was the university service. When we first start our uni, I was very amazed when they say, oh, we have support for students. I don't think we have that in Taiwan. So I went when I was in it, near final, I was stressed.
Yep.
So I went there, but then I tried to walk in, and then, but they say, no, you have to do it from the website. So, okay, I went back and checked from the website, but the wait time was 1 month-ish.
Yeah.
And at that time, I feel like, I'm probably over it.
I see.
So I was a bit, I'm quite disappointed at that
Yeah,
time
I
because
can imagine.
I really only go there because I was at my peak.
Yeah. And like in a
already
month, it's like maybe the assignment would have been done and like
Yes,
it would have been different.
exactly.
Yeah. So like they kind of told you like there were these services available at uni, but they didn't tell you how to actually engage with them. It sounds like, that's
was.
definitely sounds like a problem.
Mhm.
Yeah. What about you, Sania?
So our uni as well, like it's similar to what Vinca said. Like they advertise it a lot. So I thought, like, since I only moved here 9 months ago, I haven't really been looking for other services. I thought like the uni one would probably be the best for me. So I tried their counseling service as well, and my experience wasn't really great.
Oh, yeah.
Initially, when I booked it, like I wanted to book it, like I was also at my worst as well, so I needed it immediately. I called because the appointment can't be booked online, which is also very concerning.
So you have to like physically call.
Yeah, and their hours, you could only call them before like between 10 to 5. So when I realized I needed help, that I wanted to talk to someone, was beyond the office hours, so I had to wait for the next day. So I didn't get the appointment for the next day. I had to wait even longer to be able to talk to someone. And when I actually booked the appointment, they didn't even ask me what I wanted to talk about, because when I was looking for these services, I did notice they had like the counselors on their website and what they specialize in. So like different issues, what you wanted to talk about, but they just assigned me to like the first available counselor. So it was also a little thankfully she did specialize in the topic that I wanted to talk about, but I don't think it's very fair, because they should have been more they should have asked me what I wanted or needed and then assign me accordingly.
Yeah, sounds like it was very much like come through the door 50 minutes and then get out kind of thing. Like they're just kind of like speeding through everyone. I think like, that kind of definitely resonates with my own experiences accessing uni services as well. It was very much like I really resonate with what you said, Vinca, with like the trying to access the service. Like I remember when I had to do it, it was like the bookings opened at 8 o'clock in the morning each day, and then you had to book it like for the day, like so that you can't really like book in advance. I think maybe that was like their way of addressing like this like long wait list issue, but it was very much like I had to get up early, and like 8 o'clock is early for me. So yeah, I had to get up early and then like know that I had to just kind of take whatever time they gave me on that day to like access the service and go to uni for it. So yeah, I think I've definitely heard from a lot of students about this issue with like accessing services as well, and like how that's really difficult as a student, and I can imagine that being even more difficult for an international student. What about in terms of like some of the things you like specifically kind of like wanted help for? I know like you mentioned like academics and like stress with like assignments, but like was there anything else?
Academic take the biggest portion,
Yep.
yes, and then sometimes it's about career as well, or pressure of just being lonely here and having no one that actually understand. I feel like of course we will have people around us, but sometimes you don't trust them enough, or you feel like you don't understand, and they will not understand your struggle.
Yeah.
So I would hesitate to share.
And it's like knowing that they're like a professional, like that's their job, like
Yeah,
it feels
I
like
don't want to give them the burden as
yeah,
well.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so sometimes it's just about being being lonely in a country where you don't have much resources. About friendship.
What about you, Sania?
I relate to what Vinca said as well. I wanted to use these services because I felt like the friends I have right now would probably like they're new friends, so I don't really want to be telling them these things about me in case they form negative opinions about me.
Yeah.
They might not want to hang out with me because they might be like, oh, why is she telling me this? Like, we don't know each other well enough yet. So, and my other friends from back home are doing their own things as well. So it felt like I needed to talk to someone like professional instead of reaching out to my friends because I didn't want to be a burden as well.
Yeah. This idea of being a burden, I feel like it's very Asian of us. Not wanting to tell other people our issues and like wanting to just kind of like put our best selves forward for in front of everyone. So I definitely relate to that idea as well. I think during the focus groups for the Student Changemakers program, I heard very similar things as to what you both have shared. But that also a lot of students were trying to seek help for things that weren't necessarily directly related to their mental health at the start. Things like what you said, like career, like they didn't know what to do. They needed, I guess, like they're kind of in that stage being a student where they're kind of transitioning into careers, not knowing what to do with their careers, not knowing where they will go. And also navigating things just like basic everyday life things like finances or like where to get groceries, like where to cook. Like it's a lot for a student to have to deal with all of that on top of studying. And so a lot of them reflected on the idea that the stress that comes from that is kind of the most primary issue, and that like then leading into more serious mental ill health in the future. I was just wondering like whether or not you both have a reflection to share about that.
Yeah, I feel that food and laundry and house chores, it all eventually build up. And then sometimes I already have so much assignment and work, and then I go home, oh no, I still have to cook and do the dishes and clean and do laundry. And then when can I sleep? When can I meet my friends? Then the feeling of not having enough time to balance everything, it builds up.
Yeah, because then you also want to like go out and do things you enjoy.
Yeah. I feel like, do I really have to sacrifice my sleep, or should I sacrifice my social life, or is it my study, and why do I even have to sacrifice some things?
Yeah, and all those little things really pile up. So even though it's like to the average domestic student, it's like that's just like sorting out what my next meal is, like that's fine. But I think for an international student, it sounds like like all those things, having to manage that themselves and like as you both have reflected on, like that can really add up.
Yeah.
What about you, Sania?
I feel like moving to a new country, you want to do other things as well. But now there's a whole bunch of responsibilities that you have to do, because if you don't do them, no one else is going to help you.
Yeah.
So you have to get it done. And it's kind of depressing to come home and see like you have a bunch of tasks to do. So like if I don't clean my room for a few days and then I come home after like a long day of classes, it makes me feel worse about myself in a way. But so it does really add up and make you feel worse.
Yeah, like you feel bad that you weren't able to do that, but then at the same time you're like too tired to do anything about it, and it just becomes a cycle, like feeling bad. Yeah.
I feel like we all move abroad with some fantasy that, okay, I'll go travel, I'll do this and that. But when we arrive here, the reality is so different, and it can get really depressing when you realize, no, this is not what I want. Why is it like this right now?
Yeah, I'm really hearing that like engaging with services and like navigating all the different services is really hard. And like even when you are accessing the services, they might not be helping, or even like they might not even know that you might be struggling with everyday life things like this, and that is probably like the most important thing for them to address. So I guess the big question here is, why do you think it's so hard for international students to seek help or get the help that they really need? Do you think, I guess, like reflecting on like if this is a service or like a systemic kind of issue, or like what kind of other issues, whether it's like cultural, whether it's like a personal issue, where do you think that kind of lies currently regarding service access amongst international students?
At first, it can get overwhelming because there are so many resources, and then it needs a lot of research to understand which one fits you. Because sometimes we can talk to someone and then, oh, I feel like I don't fit with this type of setting. Like there are group therapy, there are also individual therapy. You have to try a lot of things. And then on top of that, also the cost of going to different type of services. For international students, it can be a burden because we are already struggling with maintaining study and rent and everything. So mental health would be the last thing we think about. We prioritize until it's already at the peak.
Yeah.
So I feel like right now the systems are really broad. They have a lot of things, but for me it was very confusing in the beginning. So I was not able to understand it at once. It take too much time.
Do you remember like what kind of like information they were like feeding at you? Like what was like the confusing part specifically for you? Was it kind of like not knowing what each service was really doing, or like what was confusing?
Yeah, I don't know if that actually fits me, because I myself maybe also still don't know what am I struggling with. So I don't know which place I should go to, and I thought, okay, should I even go to GP? How is the health system going? Is it covered in my insurance, in my student insurance? At that time I also still don't understand what my insurance cover. Yeah, there's a PDF on it. I read quickly and I don't see mental health in that. So I don't know, is it covered? And I'm also scared if this will be recorded in my student certificate, or will it affect my visa or my future visa? So all this system is very blurry for me, and I need to figure that out one by one. But who do I talk to?
Like there was all of this information available to you, but no one really to guide you through the system. So then you didn't know like yeah, like even very basic questions that you were raising, like, will this affect your visa? Will this affect your grades? Like, will it go on your transcript? Like, just like even a simple document to just explain all of that, like, would have been really helpful.
Yes.
So I feel like for the international students who come from Asian countries, when they realize that they need help, they don't really know what a good session or what good resources look like for them.
Yeah, I think many of us from Asian background also, it was not really a thing back in my country, talking to a psychologist or getting to these services. So I remember back then I was a bit skeptical. I was like, okay, it's my problem. In the end, I have to solve it. Why would I like talk to someone or pay someone to solve my own problem? Back then, this kind of thing also stopped me until in the end, I get all the knowledge from people, from my friends who actually have going to counseling and get positive feedback, and I start to be more open and see that it is actually good for when we need it.
Yeah, like it's not an issue that you have to just like bottle up and sort by yourself. Like you can get professional help for that.
Just like how we can be sick physically, we can also be sick mentally, and it's good to just find professional.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I'm curious to hear more then about like both of your experiences moving to different countries like throughout your life. I guess like the challenges you guys had at those different time points in your life and what help seeking might have looked like in those different countries. I know you mentioned that like in Taiwan you didn't were not aware or like you didn't think there were any like mental health services. So like what was that like getting help from say like your teacher?
Yeah, so back then I feel lost, and in my cohort it's only me and another Indonesian student. The others are all the locals, and then one more international student from Hong Kong and China, but they all speak Chinese, so there were no language barrier. But for me, luckily I have this one friend who is also from Indonesia who faced the same struggle with me, so I talk to him a lot. So and then sometimes I talk to my teachers as well, because when I talk about my career, how life could be if I stay in Taiwan, and then sometimes, usually it starts with small jokes and then small talk, casual talk, and then I start to build trust to this teacher, and then I see, okay, they are capable, they will not feel burdened with the things that I will talk about. So then I will start to open up.
That's so nice that you had nice teachers like that. I don't think I've had that experience here at uni. I feel like all the uni lecturers and teachers are like do their class and they leave kind of thing.
Yeah, which is I'm really thankful. So in Taiwan, after the studio presentation, we'll go to have a meal together.
Oh, that's nice.
And then have some drinks together.
Yep.
And then things will loosen up. And then we'll talk about what the good things in this semester, what can improve, and stay in touch.
I feel like it sounds like in Taiwan, it's like you and the teacher really build a strong relationship, and that's the support network.
And I think it's very natural because the teacher just already know the answers of things that I'm very worried of, because they are working in the field and they see how things go, or maybe my worry as a student, they have been through it, so they are just the right person to talk to. And I know it will not affect my grades. Yeah, because it's after the semester.
And then now you're just friends with the teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the trust is there, which is
really
I
see
important.
That's so interesting. I think something that would be great if Australia adopted that kind of model as well.
I feel like the university space in Melbourne and the culture, everyone is quite individualistic, which is two sides of coins, can be good and bad. yeah, sometimes it can be stressful when your work and personal life is very much related. Back then in Taiwan, I do have this kind of question like, I feel like my identity is only about my studies. I really spend 20 hours, like other than sleep, I spend all time just talking about architecture.
Yeah.
All my friends are from architecture background.
Yeah.
But in here, I get to meet people from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Which is really good. It's good, but can also give so much distance.
Lacks the community kind of feeling. Yeah, what about you, Sania?
So when I first moved to South Africa, like I feel like if you move to a different country, there's always issues with schooling. So I had to go to a private school because public schools were really hard to get into. So as an international student, obviously I had to pay way more.
Yeah.
Which is really similar to here as well.
Yeah.
We pay a lot more than the regional students, which really sucks. So the financial burden is a lot. But the services as well, because it was a private school, the counseling was like paid per session. So even though you were
really?
enrolled in the school, like
It was like an add-on service.
yeah.
Really?
So I don't know why, but we had a good relationship with like our teacher. There was like a homeroom teacher because it was primary school, but we did have a close relationship, and if like the teacher recommended it, you would have to pay additional to get counseling.
Oh,
for whatever
that's kind of
issues.
crazy.
Yeah, which is another expense on top of like,
yeah, and
really
another
expensive.
barrier.
And when I moved to India, it was even harder because I've had friends who went to the school counselor, and the counselor decided like it wasn't confidential, and their parents were called in and told everything. So it was, they were just like, no, we don't want to.
Yeah, and like after
reach out
hearing,
for,
after hearing that, you wouldn't want to.
because if you wanted. Because they couldn't talk to their parents was why they decided to go to someone else, but that trust wasn't there. It was like broken, even though they were assured like this wouldn't go out elsewhere. Their parents were still called in, which really sucks. But I feel like it's like Australia is much better compared to India as well, because there are a lot of services, and when I went into my counseling session, I was assured that everything would be confidential, wouldn't go out, and wouldn't affect my visa, which was good to know, because I wasn't aware that of these things before I went in. I was just really desperate. I was like, I need to talk to someone. But when I walked into the session, I was assured that
it was like confidential and private.
It was confidential, and that this wouldn't affect anything, and it wouldn't, like her notes that she was making during the session wouldn't go to the Home Affairs or anything. So it's good.
Yeah, no, that's so important, like confidentiality and privacy and all of that. Yeah, we touched a lot on like building trust with international students and how services can do that. And like, as you mentioned, like confidentiality is such an important part of that. But yeah, like I'm wondering if there are any other ways you think you can think of that services can work on to build better trust with students.
Confidentiality is one thing, and then probably if someone who is from similar background with me is counseling me, then it would be easier for me to open up.
I like that. I think Box Hill, the Headspace Box Hill, when we had that session, he told us that if we can't help you, we'll refer you to someone, we'll make sure you get the help. I feel like if we know that, we're more likely to try it anyway, if they're going to be able to guide us to the right path eventually. So Yeah,
Like you feel like the system's like ready to catch you and like to support you how you need.
Yeah.
So if I take the first step, like maybe they'd be able to help me reach the right space where I can get the help I need eventually.
Yeah, true. It is indeed a worry of mine as well. What if I go and then I get nothing out of it? If a service can sort of guarantee in a way that will go with you until the end, and yeah, that kind of reassurance would be great. I think if they can bring it out in a more relaxing way instead of, because this is already a heavy topic, I would feel more pressured if we do it in a very formal way. If there's an informal way to talk about what is on my mind, then I think I would be really keen to do it more than when I see it as a counseling because I am broken somewhere.
We've kind of talked about like so many of the issues and like so many of the barriers for international students. We kind of touched on like the idea of like how services feel so disjointed, how the services there really is a lack of clarity in like how these services can help you and like even how to access them, like what's the step to book an appointment at uni counseling. But yeah, I'm just wondering if you guys both have any like final reflections on like what's generally missing in this landscape.
I feel like we need one to go access point.
Yep.
Like I know that, so I've tried Bupa for online doctor, online GP. So whatever is my condition, I can just jump into the service and say, oh, this is my symptoms, and then they will be able to get me prescription in pharmacy, or they will refer me to someone else. So if there's this kind of thing,
yeah, something to like simplify all the steps and all the systems. Yeah.
A clearer system.
Yeah.
Instead of so big in the beginning, so many options A, B, C, D, F, G.
Yeah.
What if I only have one option to go, and then from this point, then we'll be referred to different branch.
Yep.
I think that will be a lot more simple and direct.
Yeah, and that's so important because like when you're already stressing about like what to cook, where to do what, and studies and everything, like the last thing you need is something that's really complicated. So yeah, I think for sure that's so important.
Also, maybe if this information can be given to us at the beginning of our study or even before our study starts, it will be great. So even before we need it, we already know that this exists. And because our uni did give that, it sounds very reassuring, but when I actually go into the service, it was not as good as I thought.
Yep.
So
you want to be prepared. Like you don't want to be having to look for the services when you're stressed, because like then you don't know where to go, and that can be more stressful.
Exactly. I'm
like,
already lost.
So like how can these services prepare you even before you come to Australia, like so that you have a list of like, okay, when I feel like this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
Any thoughts to that as well, Sania?
I completely agree with what she said as well. Like a one-stop solution to everything that an international student could possibly need: financial, visa issues, mental health, everything. I think would be amazing to have to prepare you in advance.
Couch International Student Center at Burke Street. It's a collaborative project between the city of Melbourne and the Salvation Army. So they offer free chef-made meals every single day. I have met some students, they were living in the city and it was just 10 minutes walk for them, but they never knew about it. So 2 years down, they came and told me, my regret is that I didn't know this place existed. It's an amazing place and I've made so many connections there, but I'm 2 years late and I had struggled earlier, but if I knew about this particular place and the resources that they provide, it would have made my life easy.
So the Couch International Student Center that the student was mentioning, it actually opens on Monday to Thursdays only from 5:30 to 8:30. But to add on to like what the students shared, like the Couch also provides international students with help on a range of issues like housing, employment, legal support, and most importantly, just a space for them to connect with each other. I had a look on the Instagram and it seems like they also run a range of different social events. But yeah, like Sania and Vinca, like what do you both think about the Couch? Is it something that you've both like been to before? Like why do you think it's something that seems helpful for international students?
Yeah, I didn't know about the couch until not long ago. At first, I thought, what is the couch? Is it a restaurant? My friend will say, yeah,
It's
I'm
like free
going to the
food.
couch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw a story of a friend. He was dancing there. And I said, wait, what is this place? I love to dance as well. Where is this? I want to go. And then he said, oh, you don't know?
It's like, it's just the couch.
It's the couch. Oh, what is that? And then I heard about it. But I feel like master students don't really know about this. I know from a friend who is in bachelor. So I think it's more popular for bachelor students as what I know from around me. And I haven't had experience to go there, but I really should.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
in the city.
it sounds fun. And
Yeah.
I think they were saying that it's like chef-made free meals and stuff. Like,
oh, free meals.
yeah,
Free.
sound yummy. What about you, Sanya?
I have never heard of the couch before today.
Oh.
But it does sound like a very necessary service. The fact that they provide a lot of additional things apart from just free food and like a space to chill. But I think that's really important because I feel like uni services aren't like the wait times are kind of longer. So with services and organizations like these, you are more likely to get the help you need with other important things as well. Like
And it doesn't-
accommodation is so hard to find.
Oh, true. Yeah. And it doesn't feel like so scary. It's like you're just hanging out with people.
Making friends.
Yeah.
That would be something I imagine.
Yep.
And yeah, if I can, I would like to avoid to go counseling as well because it really do sound scary.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
you're one-on-one.
Although, of course, we actually should go to counseling before things is already at the worst situation.
Yep.
I do encourage people to go earlier.
Yeah.
But then if we can, I think place like the coach and any good activity that can keep you away from the negative thoughts. More of this kind of thing will be great.
Yeah, like things you kind of just access like every day, and like it doesn't have to be like when you're really stressed. It's just kind of like is a thing that protects you against stress before it ever gets really bad.
Yeah, and it's open Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
So now we just need something from
Friday
to Sunday.
That's so true. And then things that open later as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of like things that like are protective against stress and like that are good for your mental health, I'm wondering like what both of you have done like I'm wondering what you both have done in your time in Australia like to help your mental health, like whether that's like you've accessed a really good service or like even outside of services, like I don't know, like playing a sport, going to student clubs. Yeah.
For me, this is not advertisement, but I have this app called ClassPass. So for the first one, it's free for you to try out different gyms, dance class, Pilates, yoga.
Yep, I love ClassPass.
Yeah, I love it. I did try it. So I go to different suburbs to try different classes, and it helps me to be back to be positive again because I'm reminded, oh yeah, I'm abroad because I want to experience different things, new places. And here I am. I'm trying different workout and being active, being physically healthy. I think it really affect me mentally as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it's important to just have a good routine. So I try to work out maybe once, twice a week. So even though when all things already collapse, I still have my routine.
And for anyone listening, like how do you sign up to ClassPass and like how does it work?
You just download the app.
Yep.
And then if if you have a friend already using ClassPass, you can ask for a code,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll get extra $20 or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
Yep.
Yep. So
Mhm.
after that, you'll have to pay a monthly subscriptions, and it's ongoing.
Mhm.
I'm still using it even after 2 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
I would highly recommend.
Yep.
Mm.
And what kind of classes have you done with the ClassPass?
Oh yeah, there are a lot. At first I thought it's only about Pilates,
Mm-hmm.
but turns out they have dance classes which go back to my hobby.
Yep.
So I think it's also important to keep doing your hobby, even though it's not career related. It's something you like, so it will makes you it will bring you happiness. I have tried. They have also nail salon, massage,
Really?
and all. So you can always check it out whenever you are stressed. You can, what can I do today?
Oh,
Instead of
okay.
thinking so far in the future.
Yep.
What should I do? Well, the first thing is, okay, let's just work out today.
Yep.
At least that's
so
something
true.
positive that you can control.
Yeah, that's so true.
And-
So it's
mm.
like unlimited classes for that first
Oh.
month?
For the first month, I think they will give you about 60 credit.
Oh, okay.
So you will use that credit to book to different studio. Every studio have different prices.
Yep.
Some are like 5 credit, some is 10 credit.
I see.
So you will use that credit to book into classes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
after that month, you can choose different credit amount. I think for now I'm at $55 for 22 credit.
Yep.
Yeah, so I can go about 3 classes per month. If I
Yeah.
want more, I can always add.
Right.
Mm.
Amazing. What about you, Sanya?
I also do a lot of self-care and like exploring activities because I did move here 9 months ago. I've never been here before, so I go out with my friends or I go out alone sometimes. I've started enjoying my own company, which was initially really scary because I've never really been alone because I would have my family or my younger sister with me most of the time. So that's been really new. So I've been trying out a lot of different activities and sports. Like I started bouldering recently and I found
Oh.
out my friends like it too. So now I'm going with them as well. So it's something I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I've also tried ClassPass. When I first moved here, I think I tried Pilates as well. And I saw that they had nail salons, but I didn't get to try that in the free trial.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it after. Because like in Clayton, it was very limited. I had to travel a lot to get to the classes. I hate traveling.
Yeah.
But unless it's like to get good food and see pretty places.
Fair enough.
True.
Yeah. What is it about bouldering that you really like?
I just like trying new things.
Yeah.
And I'm a little afraid of heights, so I'm kind of like pushing myself.
Like an exposure therapy.
Yeah, so it feels kind of exciting. But for me, like getting up the wall isn't the hardest part, like getting down is. I don't like jumping.
I
So
see.
I feel like I use most of my strength just like getting down.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. But I still enjoy it. And
Yeah.
like I've always had hyperhidrosis. So for people who don't know what hyperhidrosis is, I basically have extremely sweaty hands. So it's kind of a struggle to boulder. So it's kind of like a challenge. Like
Yeah.
I'm pushing myself.
Yeah.
So
But you
that's the
enjoy
reason.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that.
The process of overcoming your fear and working out, I think it's just overall really nice experience.
I agree.
On top of these things like ClassPass and moving your body, which are so important, I'm curious to hear like how you both have kind of built your community here as well. Like I guess you are like a few years into kind of your life in Melbourne and you're kind of fresh. Like just kind of like the role of like community. Have you built your support systems? I'm curious to hear a little bit about that.
I feel like I'm an introvert, but then people that I know here think I'm extrovert. So I did kind of push my limit as well. I try to talk to people. If I see, oh, this person is cool, I want to be their friend. So I'll start to talk and ask more questions. So that's how, and then I just try to keep in touch. But sometimes it can be really hard to keep in touch with people when you have so much thing to do, like work and study, and your life don't go together in the same way. But yeah, I think genuine conversations with people, and I try to be as honest as I can with them, and I think people can feel it, and then eventually I just stick to the same people.
Like once you've kind of found your crew.
When I have found the people. So I think it's really important for us when we are in new place to find our people, someone who will see the positive in us. So more friends make more allies. And yeah, I still try to talk to more people as well, because it's not that I forget my old friends, but life keep going, and sometimes in different life phase, I would like to acknowledge that it's rather than forcing the relationship, I just try to keep going, and the right people will stay in my life. So when the time comes again, of course we can go back to old friends and now I'm at this stage of life, and catch up again. So I think it's okay, and don't feel pressured to have to stay in touch with friends from back in your country or anywhere else. I'm sure they will be happy to see you have a good life here. And just when you remember them, send a message. Hey, I saw this thing, reminded me of you. That's probably is more than enough, rather than feeling. Back then I do feel guilty if I don't reach out to my old friends back in my country or something like that.
No, it's so important to have community here. Like, you can have a strong community back home, but like you are in Australia, it's important that you have people here for you.
It's really important to find a place where you belong, and people where you feel like you belong, someone you can trust, and there will be someone.
What about you?
So I agree with Vinca as well. I'm also an introvert, so I found it quite hard when I first moved here. But when I found someone cool, I definitely made more effort to go talk to them and like invite them to things. So like Monash would have like free events like Zumba or like badminton and a lot of sports. So I just obviously ask for their Instagram as soon as we'd meet in class, and then text them and see if they'd want to hang out. Because I feel like that's really hard to do here, because in India, if you were doing the same course, you'd see the same people throughout like the course, the duration of your course. Because we weren't like able to customize our timetable, so there was only one timing for each unit. So we were stuck with the same people. So it was like it was kind of easier to make friends. But here, everyone has different class timings. So if I have a friend who's doing the same course, I might not be able to see her more than like twice a week, because we have different timings, and it's like hard to match the timings, because like I don't like waking up in the morning. So all my classes are in the evening, but my friend's like really a morning person. She loves going out on runs in the morning. So all her classes are in the morning. So it's a little hard to manage when you can't see them that often. So I have been using other things as well to meet like random people from everywhere, like Bumble BFF. So for people who don't know what Bumble BFF is, it's kind of a dating app, but to make friends. So you swipe and you match with people, and then you can make plans. And yeah, I've met a lot of people on there, and we went to have like lunch or do fun things in the city, like ice skating. And Yeah, it's been really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So on that note, you definitely still have to be very careful when you meet people online, because not everyone out there is as good as they seem. And when you're vulnerable and you connect with someone, you might be a little too trusting. So always be sure to look out for yourself and your safety before meeting anyone.
Obviously you guys both have mentioned so many like good ways to find community and like support yourselves outside of services, but I think a core part of this conversation, we really wanted to know like how services can do better. Like what are some things you want to tell services directly? So yeah, like I'm wondering like what you both think is really helpful for you to engage with services, like, and what might be, I guess, a little bit off-putting or like a little bit like of a turn off, like, and it can be like anything, like even like the way services advertise their services, what kind of things they have in the waiting room, like what are some things that would make you think, oh yeah, I like this service, or alternatively, oh, I don't really want to go here.
I think transparency is very important of what I can get out of this, and then if it is free,
Mm-hmm.
they have to make it really clear of the cost if it's not free.
Yeah.
Like if they don't write any cost, I will just assume, oh, it must be expensive.
It's
Let's
like, why are you
go
not
there.
telling
Yeah,
me
why
this?
are you hiding it? Is the hidden cost?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
if they are being very transparent of what are all the costs, I think then I would be more interested to look into it.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then the setting as well.
Yep.
I would like to see the colors, if it's vibrant colors,
Mm-hmm.
and then how the people, the staff talk probably. If I feel welcome, then I will be more willing to spend time there as well.
Mm-hmm.
It will be great if they have a social media, so they state it clearly that this is what will you get, this is who you will be talking to, and then where, like all the who, where, when, what, how. If all these questions are answered, then I have clear idea.
Yep. Yeah.
And if they post it in Instagram, like the use of Instagram of any other platform that I'm already using, then I will be checking it more. Because sometimes if I look in my browser, I look it up once and then it's gone. So if there's a page where I can follow, and then it will keep showing up sometimes. So I will be reminded that this exists.
That's so true, actually, because I feel like now that I think about it, I feel like a lot of that service advertisement relies on you knowing what the service itself is already. It'll be like free counseling, but then it's like, but what is counseling? Like, I feel like even that level of information could be really helpful.
So just now I thought about sometimes it's really hard to talk about my thoughts in second, third language. So if there is services that is in a bilingual language, then I will also be very interested to go there.
Bilingual services.
Yeah, bilingual services. It will be great.
Yeah, that's so true. And I definitely relate to that as well. There are like just like words that can't be explained in English.
There are a lot of situations where you just need to speak it out in your own language, or a bit of English, a bit of Indonesian mix.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I think I'd like it if the services had like pictures of like students attending their events, because like when I'm going to an event, I'm kind of scared that no one's going to show up and I'm going to be the only one there sometimes. And I feel like it would be more inviting if they had pictures of their office space. So a nice cozy office would be more inviting and would make you feel better about going.
You want to know what you're walking into.
And I feel like I don't see a lot of that. Like if I go to the service website, it's a lot about the services they provide, but nothing about the space that you're walking into.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like you really want to know like where like what it looks like, and like definitely like if you know it's gonna be comfortable, you'd be more inclined to go. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like if the office has like cozy furniture, like bean bags or anything fun instead of like boring chairs to just sit on, I feel like it's more comforting as well.
100%.
Like, because you're struggling as well. Like, I feel like it would be nice if your environment was a little
was, like,
more comfort.
Definitely.
Or like while you're talking, like I feel like when I went to counseling, I would have liked like some stress balls or like anything I could fiddle with, because it was just weird sitting on a chair and like sitting across from someone. And going into that for the first time is just kind of intimidating.
No, for
It's
sure.
too formal.
It felt very formal.
Yeah,
So
why don't we just do counseling like in a park or in a nature with a waterfall? I think that would be good. Why not?
So, if we could like have a little private park, that would be good.
Yeah,
That would be ideal.
true, where no one can listen.
Exactly. Throughout the episode, we also reflected on like so much about how difficult it is to access services, how like it really lacks like this really one central, one-stop sort of site to find all these services. So here I feel like it's important that we also provide quite a comprehensive summary of like the different services available to international students. And there are a lot of different services offered at different price points and also in different forms. So first, if we think about free services, there is Lifeline. So Lifeline is a free service. It's 24/7 and you can access them by phone or on text. So you can just text them online. However, it's important to know that this is a temporary support. So it's like, say you are feeling really stressed right now and you need help right now, you can contact Lifeline, and it's not a continuous service. So you won't be getting the same supporter each time. There are translation services available for Lifeline as well. So I think you call the translation services and you ask to be put through to Lifeline. I'm not sure if there is a translation service for the text version of Lifeline, but at least for the phones, there is that. Other kind of free services, obviously you both touched on university counseling, but yeah, as you both have mentioned, like the wait lists are very long and you do have to book in quite early, especially during like assignment or like exam season. Like it can fill up quite quickly. The other alternative to university sort of one-on-one counseling is like support groups. So support groups, some unis run them, but also other private organizations as well, such as like the Anxiety Recovery Center here in Victoria. You can also check out the Mental Health Foundation Australia website or look on the Black Dog Institute website to see what support groups there are. But support groups are good for people who might feel like one-to-one sort of chats are a bit intimidating. So if it support groups are essentially like you sit in a room with like maybe 6 to 8 other people going through similar things, and you just kind of share what it's like and what your experiences are like. So that's what support groups are. There's also the Couch, which was mentioned, which is here in Melbourne, and also Study Melbourne, which offer free support to international students. But this is not therapy. It's more, I guess, like this kind of community aspect, which can be really protective against stress. So that was kind of like the free services. The next tier up would be like low cost, maybe like $50 kind of like services. And these are provided by trainee psychologists or provisional psychologists at universities or private clinics. So to look for these services, you can search provisional psychologist low cost clinic and you can see what's around your area. I think most of them might also offer like telehealth. So you can kind of look for like Zoom options if you prefer that. Or also like in-person options.
And I heard they are really good because they are students, so they are very passionate in really understanding you and giving their best. So yeah,
that makes sense. Like they're
really
so early on in the training. It's like they're still like super keen.
Yeah, and they're very serious about their study.
Yep.
So definitely check it out.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, check out low cost counseling if you want to. The next level up would then be like private counseling at like maybe like a $200-ish price point, like your typical what you think of like as like counseling. These services are expensive, but they're long term and they're like very personalized to you, so it's like one-on-one. And this should be partially covered by your OSHC, which all international students should have. But in order to be partially covered, I think you have to get a GP referral. So speak to a GP to organize how you might claim those rebates. And OSHC stands for Overseas Student Health Cover. So like all international students have to have that in order to study here in Australia. But yeah, like that's kind of like a run through of like all of the services available to international students. But yeah, like thanks to Nacho, who was a speaker for our service navigation session of the Student Changemakers program, and also who is a longtime member of the Asian Mental Health Practitioner list, for sharing all those services with us. I think it's really great that she broke it up into different price points so that like depending on like what your needs are and also like what your circumstances are, you can like access what you think is suitable for you. And we'll link all of these in the show notes as well, because there's a lot of different like terminologies and like words you can use to search these services up. But yeah, like any final words for your fellow international students now that you've kind of participated in our Student Changemakers program? What kind of advice would you give to other international students?
Yeah, to my final words, I feel like as international students, we need to remember that we are all resilient, and it's important to take care of ourselves because we are away from our family, to be healthy physically and mentally. Also, don't listen to too many people telling you that you are not enough. No, actually, we are good, and we also have different perspective than most people, so it's important to be confident, and I believe in all of us.
That's so encouraging. Any final words from you, Sania?
To add on to what Vinca said as well, like we are so resilient and strong. We've been like doing everything on our own for like, I mean, we have to do everything on our own now. We have a lot of additional tasks and we're doing them even when no one's watching. So, like, yes, I don't.
That's okay.
Yeah, so it's okay to struggle sometimes, and I hope that you know that there are services that will genuinely help you if you do need help, and I hope they know that they don't have to wait until they're at their absolute worst.
Yeah, and get help early.
And I hope they make the most of their time here when they're studying, because I feel like once you start working, it's still a lot more stressful.
Yeah.
So as a student, try to make the most of it and do fun things as well, while still staying physically and mentally healthy.
Exactly, true. It is a really exciting journey to be an international student, so make the most out of it.
Well, thank you both for joining me today. It was so lovely to chat to you both and also like work with you during our Student Changemakers program. To our listeners, like you can find us on Instagram and LinkedIn at Just Shapes and Sounds. And please subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite podcast app, as it really helps other people find us. Share this episode with your friends as well, if you know, especially if you know an international student or if you are an international student, because we really believe that word of mouth can help destigmatize mental health within Asian communities. But yeah, thank you again, Sania. Thank you, Vinca.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Marcus.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure working with you.
Yes, me too. Thank you. Bye. Yay. Good job, guys.
The Asian Mental Health Podcast is a production from Shapes and Sounds, and it's made on the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. This show is hosted by Asami Koike and Marcus Lai and produced by Yo Chung. This season is brought to you by Embrace Multicultural Mental Health, and all thoughts and ideas you hear are independently ours and our guests.